I used to care way too much about what people thought of me. But recently, I've started to document my Muay Thai journey in Thailand, and I've even posted videos of Thai women hitting me in the stomach. So I have overcome the fear of people's judgment. But it wasn't always the case. But I believe that the fear of people's judgment is holding so many people's dreams back. And in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how you can overcome the fear of people's judgment so you can chase your dream life. The same way I'm doing with mine. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. First and foremost, let me take, because this is something that I've learned, and I'm excited to tell you. First and foremost, like, what actually is judgment at the end of the day? So the thing is with judgment, when people actually judge you and they prejudge you, or whether it's like a post or whatever, it actually comes from deep within them, an insecurity about their own self. And there's a psychology, called it the Jungian psychology. I think it's Carl Jung, and they call it the shadow self. So what this is when people have an insecurity about themselves deep down, and they see someone else doing something different, they basically project their insecurity as judgment, and it's true. It's very true. And an example I can give. So a random example, for instance, someone who might look on my Instagram and see a transformation picture of me. They might project the fact, oh, I'm being big-headed, is so vain, blah, blah, blah. When deep down, that they're actually insecure about themselves, the fact that they've stagnated and they're not improving the fitness and they're not taking it seriously. And that can go down in anywhere. And to be honest, like, that's something that I used to be like, when I was out of shape, you not in that regards, but whenever you judge someone who's doing something different, it does come from an insecurity that deep down within you, that maybe because you're stagnating and you're in your comfort zone and you're just doing the same things over and over again. The only way that you can really project anything is to project it as judgment instead of actually being humble and being, fair play. Whenever you've actually given out some sort of judgment, it is usually because you are insecure about something. And you've got to ask yourself that if you're judging people, it probably is because you're insecure about something. But in terms of like actually you going out there and not caring what people think, deep down, realistically speaking, part of the Carl Jung psychology is they are actually self-conscious about themselves in some sort of way. They've got some insecurities, whether you're trying something different, whether it's posting, whether it's starting a new business. People who judge that, it's because they see you doing something incredible and they're insecure that they just don't want you to succeed, because usually when people judge, it is because they're beneath you. You never see someone, a successful person, judging people who are trying to make it. It's never people who are living the life you want who judge you. And it does fall into the second bit, but deep down, like, the reason why you probably care about the judgment of others is because deep down you've got insecurities as well, and you don't want other people having an opinion that you're insecure about. So, for instance, you might be insecure about X, Y, Z, or whatever. It could be anything. I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but you could have insecurities deep down. You know what your insecurities are, and that is the reason why you're scared to go out of your comfort zone. That is why you care about other people so much, because you have insecurities yourself, and you're scared that they're going to have an opinion about their insecurities and point it out. So that basically leads into step one perfectly. Step one of how to overcome the fear of judgment is you've got to fix your own insecurities. And as you can see, let's go backwards. That is how I looked basically in April. And I had insecurities about the way I looked, the way I was behaving. So then this is where I'm going to be honest with you guys, like fully honest in this step. So, this is for the greater good. I'm being honest with you because I want to inspire you, and I want you to, because I believe this is very important. Overcoming the fear of judgment. I'm not saying don't care whatsoever what anyone thinks, but overcoming the fear of judgment is very important for you to achieve your dreams, and you to actually start that hobby that you're putting off, you to start the business, you to make, even if it's just posting content, like, because realistically speaking, in my opinion, like, posting content is a must nowadays, especially marketing wise. Like, yeah, it's crazy. You can post and it can go out to as many people as you can. Like, I believe it is important. Yeah. Step one, fix your own insecurities first. It's very important, because if you've mastered and you've overcome your own insecurities, what you've got nothing to be really scared of, really, in terms of what other people judge you for, because you've already mastered it and you've already owned your insecurities. And in April, I basically started a Muay Thai page documenting my Muay Thai journey. And if I didn't have any insecurities, I would have just posted it on my main account. But how I looked in April, I was insecure about the way I looked. I was insecure about the habits that I was doing. Ultimately, I had a full character breakdown where basically, and I'd recommend it if you're in a position where you are insecure about something, you're insecure, and it's usually probably down to the habits that you're doing, the way that you're behaving. Maybe there's some of the things that some of the habits that you're doing just aren't even going to get you to where you want. To have a full character breakdown, which is what I did, which is get a notepad, get a pen, write down all the habits that you are doing right now that you don't like, and you write them down. Be specific and be honest with yourself, because this is the only way you're going to fix your insecurities is by actually taking time instead of putting them to the back of your head and just forgetting about it and just thinking that they're not there. Actually write them down and bring them to reality, bring them to life, because that's the only way you fix them is actually acknowledging them, being honest, and that's how you basically build the solution, is by writing them down as well. And that's what I did. Wrote down all the habits that I didn't like about myself, and then I wrote down new habits that I wanted to do in order to reinvent myself, really, in terms of like be someone who I'm actually can be proud of. And right now, that was me like just a few days ago, and it's like I'm reinventing my body, reinventing my mindset, reinventing everything, habits that I'm doing. I've also this is a bit deeper, but also I do really believe in God now. So it's like the way I behave is acting with God looking down on me. And I think that's been, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to tell you to, you have to believe in God, but that's just another thing that I've implemented that's really helped me, is that when you behave in a way every day, like, and be conscious of everything that you're doing, and you behave in a way that God is watching you, it really does have it's had a positive effect on my life. So I will mention it. But exactly that, what I've mentioned there, acknowledge your insecurities. That's the main thing. Fix them. So in my opinion, it was the habits that I was doing, and not the way I was treating people. I weren't being nasty or anything, but just like being a lot more caring, being a lot more, making a conscious effort to actually just be a giver in life. Really is what I've done. And everything that I say, everything I'm saying now is coming from the heart and genuine changes that I've made. And when you do fix your insecurities and you become this person, and you live up to a new standard in life, and you live up to these new habits that you've invented into your life, and you've been ultra disciplined, and you become this new person, then there's nothing to be insecure about. And that's why I just decided to just post on both accounts, because everything that I'm saying is with the right intentions of me wanting to help people and me wanting to lift people up, because I'm in a good place right now. I'm in Thailand. I'm happy. I'm training every day. I'm confident enough to actually speak on camera and actually share the wisdom. And I believe I can uplift people. So I'm going to be open and honest with you. And genuinely, just a few months back, I've only been documenting my journey since like April. But I would have posted on my main account if I wasn't insecure. And I've actually made these genuine life changes that have actually really improved my life. Even just way past the point of overcoming people's judgment. And I'll probably do a whole new video on more of these things, because I believe they are life changing if you implement them, because it's changed my life. I've implemented a lot of other things as well into my life that has changed my life. And it's not just random that I've just woke up and just decided to make this sort of style of content. It's I've implemented real changes into my life, and had a drastic positive effect on my life. And I want to show people, and I want to bring people along the journey and to show people. But again, it all stems from not caring what other people think, because there are so many people that I've met traveling who have these amazing stories, and they are scared to post. They're scared to, because realistically, I'm going to go into step 2 now, because it really ties in really well. But this step 1 is very important. Step 2 is taking action. So action is everything. So like I mentioned just then, I've met a lot of people on my journey traveling that they've got amazing stories. They really want to post content, but they don't. They have this fear of judgment, and probably deep down it does come from some sort of insecurity, and they're not confident enough, and maybe it's the way that they speak. They probably never spoken to a camera before, etc. They never had a sales job. This is another thing that's very important. You just take an action, because what you probably realize is that this is coming from the heart as well. Because every time I click that post button, I get these feelings of, oh crap, someone's going to judge me, and it's like it comes from deep within. That it isn't like a normal, comfortable situation where you're pressing pause and 1,500 people are seeing it at the exact same time, if they all watch it and they're all on Instagram. But you get what I'm saying. But what really is the brutal truth with all of this is that people don't care as much as you think. because that's what I thought at the start. I thought, I'm going to post and everyone's going to laugh at me, or everyone's going to share all thing. I'm going to get abused. I'm going to get mocked. But in reality, nothing happens. You post and nothing really happens. And it's like, and it is so freeing, the fact that people don't care, because you realize your life is actually a canvas and you can just do whatever you want and whatever you're passionate about. You know, at the end of the day, not everyone is going to support you, but that's absolutely fine. Like that, you shouldn't expect everyone to support you, because at the end of the day, like, everyone's got their own interest. People, not everyone is going to be interested in me, a man training Muay Thai in Thailand. That isn't going to be everyone's interest, or me just in Thailand. Not everyone is going to be interested in me training Muay Thai in Thailand, and that is fine. Like, that is no problem. The same way that if they posted their interest, I probably wouldn't care either, because their interest might be something completely different, and that's absolutely fine. And that is why you should just take action and just pursue your dreams, or pursue what you're interested in, whether it is a new business that you want to start, whether you're interested in making vests or making jewelry, whatever your interest or your passion is, just go for it. Because what you realize is not many people are going to care as much as you think. Everyone's got their own stuff going on in their own life. So even if they did judge you, or even if they did forward it to a friend, they're never going to buy off you in anywhere. So who cares? And they've got their own life going on. You know, whatever their life is, you know, everyone's got their own problems. People's brains are just people. They'll just scroll past it anyway. They'll forward it to, maybe have a laugh, and then they're going to scroll past onto the next thing, and they'll see a cat. You know, they'll see a cat meowing, and then they'll send that to someone else. It's just, you know, at the end of the day, content disappears, but the audience keeps growing. And, you know, that's all it is. That's the only way I see it. You know, at the end of the day, content is just, you post it, it's just a few seconds, and then people forget about it. And that's all it is. Who cares? Like, and this is coming from me in terms of content side of things, but also with my Muay Thai, that was another thing that I took action with. That was completely new. I wasn't good. And yeah, progression only comes from action, not perfection. And that's where a lot of people go wrong as well, is that they don't want to post, they don't want to start something because they're not going to be perfect. But, you know, newsflash, you're not going to be perfect in anything when you start. And that's the whole point, is that when you start, look at my Muay Thai journey. When I started, I was absolutely rubbish. I'm still not nowhere near where I can be. But it's, at the end of the day, it's like, it's the art of consistency, progression, taking action is everything. And yeah, post a thing. That's the only way you improve. If you look at the way I mean, when I first started posting on my Muay Thai account, it's not even, I mean, I've not even got 1,000 followers, so it's like, I'm not saying I'm some sort of big time, but if you look at when I first, like, even just started just posting, it was just anything really. It was just me just speaking about my thoughts and feelings, just to, like, because I see it as a personal journal, in my opinion. Like, I see it as just like a journal of me just documenting my journey traveling, training Muay Thai, and hopefully it can inspire people, because I'm doing it in a more authentic way than most people do. So that's just my little personal journal that people can watch. But also, I'm learning and progressing as I'm traveling as well, which is amazing. And you can see it. Look at the videos of me in April when I'm just talking at the beach and I'm very confused and I'm a bit out of shape. And yeah, it's pretty cool. There are a few videos, if you just scroll down, and I am winging it. Whereas now it's like I'm speaking with intent, and it's because I have actually learned and I've actually progressed, and it's been intentional. And I want to share this wisdom onto you. So yeah, in terms of taking action, what it also does is it builds confidence as well, and that is where that's where the magic happens. Really, it is a popular quote, but the magic that you're looking for is in the action that you're avoiding. You know, and just think of, like, if you just keep putting it off, you know, the thing that you really want to pursue, you're ruining on days of progress. Like, when you take action, and that's where the momentum builds. Momentum builds, and I always say it because it's true. And yeah, you're losing out on a lot of progress, because you can make a lot of progress in just 3 to 6 months, a lot more than you actually know and what you think. Because again, you don't even realize what you don't know until you start doing it, and then you realize what you don't know. Then that's how you improve, and you get to know, is by turning up, keep doing it, and yeah, taking action. That's what builds the confidence. And when you fix your insecurities, and then you've got the confidence, and now you've got, like, the skill on top, that's where it builds even further. That's where you get to step 3, which is a good one. You've got to find your why. This is very important. When you have a big, like, a why, and so when I say why, like an overall mission, you know, say if you've started a business, you have a bigger mission. When you have a mission and you have an actual dream and you actually have something that you want to strive for, the opinion of others and the judgment of others becomes minuscule. It's like, because every time you do have that thing of, oh, should I post this? You've just got to think of, why am I doing it? Oh, I have this dream. Right, okay, then that's why do I care about the judgment of someone who's not living the life that you want, who's judging you out of their own insecurity? Like, who cares what they think at the end of the day? Like, not in like I'm not saying it in a rude way, but it's in a constructive way for you to pursue that dream as well. Because at the end of the day, someone who's judging you, who's not living the life you want, and is never going to buy from you anyway, and isn't interested in your story, isn't interested in what you're going to sell, then who cares? They're not going to be the people who are going to get you rich. They're not going to be the people who support you. So it doesn't really matter. That's a fact. And then, yeah, make your why louder than their opinions. That I've just reiterated. When your mission is strong, opinions, it becomes background noise. And what is an opinion? Who cares? Everyone's going to have their own opinion. Everyone's going to have an opinion anyway. Why not just pursue your dreams and let them have an opinion? Like, regardless, do you know what I mean? It's like, even if you didn't pursue what you wanted to do, even if you just stayed stagnant, they'll still have an opinion then, realistically, you know. But if your why is clear, judgment can't stop you. And yeah, turn that fear into fuel. Prove them wrong or prove yourself right. So that just speaks for itself, really. And there is a good quote from Alex Hormozy that I've just literally done an Instagram reel about today, and it's spontaneous. It's what's made me want to make this video right now. Is, if the cost of other people's opinions is all it costs for you to make the impact that you want, then you should make that trade any day of the week. But yeah, if you are holding yourself back, just think of all of these. Like, if you're fearing over the opinions of others, they're gonna have an opinion on you anyway. Why not just do it? Because at the end of the day, the weight of regret in the future is going to weigh a lot heavier than the weight of just taking action and just doing what you're passionate about. And even if you just come away from this video now and you're like, you know what, I'm right. Let me just write down my insecurities and why am I actually scared of taking the action? Actually analyze that, fix that first, and then take action once you fix your insecurities. Because that's what happened with me. In April, I made a new account to document my Muay Thai journey because I was insecure about my body. I was insecure that I was really bad. I was insecure that I couldn't speak on camera. Now I'm not bothered. I'll just post it everywhere because I've fixed my insecurities. I've not covered all bases, but I've kind of owned my insecurities. I knew what I was insecure about, and that's because I did a character breakdown in step 1, and I've done everything that I was kind of insecure or embarrassed about. I kind of fixed in my own way and made intentional changes. So what I want you to come away from this video is I want you to take action from what I'm saying, because it's worked with me, and you still will curse slightly, but that's the whole point, is that you have this why now, but you only find your why from step 3 by doing step 1 and 2. That's what's happened with me. It's only because I took action and I progressed and I realized, wow, yeah, I've improved my life, blah, 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 blah. I have a bigger why now, why I want to do it. So yeah, it kind of, there are still going to be opinions regardless, but the way you overcome them is just to continue it, be consistent. It's the only way anything's going to work in life, if you just be consistent and you just prove them wrong. But yeah, take the action. That is where the confidence does come from. That's where everything snowballs, and that's where momentum builds. That is where your dreams will come true, my friend. But yeah, if you did find this helpful, let me know. And yeah, make sure you subscribe, because I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff like this, intentional changes I've made in my life, the way I've improved my life recently. You know, and it has been intentional, but I'm going to be documenting the journey, the Muay Thai, anything in Thailand. So if you have any questions, you want me to make any more videos about anything, let me know. Yeah, the video is going to keep coming thick and fast, and I'm going to be teaching you every day about something new, whether it's Muay Thai, Thailand, or mindset, or anything like this, overcoming the fear of judgment. It's a big one. It holds a lot of people's dreams back. So yeah, much love. We'll see you on the next one.